Maybe I need you to whisper on the dick.
I'm gonna take it a step further. I shouldn't even see the mic.
Coming right back, y'all. So,
hold up, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you, brother.
The fuck is going on my goddamn camera? Baby.
They was trying to keep you from talking, brother. But
hey, they didn't want me to talk, brother. That motherfucker, they didn't want me to say what I need to say. I was walking in the garden, god damn it. It's all that's it. There you go. I had to fix my camera. Baby, you don't want Natasha to talk? You don't want Natasha to talk how your husband pleases her and tantalizes her. You don't want Natasha to talk. You don't want Natasha to talk how she make your man say her name. Say her name. You don't want Natasha to talk. Maybe if you take care of your husband at home and you suck his dick right, maybe you wouldn't have these problems. But y'all too holding it now and y'all don't know how to rock the motherfucking mic.
Baby, something right at home. Yes, what the hell? Yes, what the hell? Now you look like old boy Nick.
Honey, you got to get on that dick. It's a good tea, baby.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
It's a good tea, baby.
It's the half of me. It's the half of me.
It's a good tea, baby. It's a good tea, baby. Oh, yes. Oh, Fred. Child. Oh, I don't do all of that. Marcus, I don't do all of that. Oh, I'm a saved woman. I don't put my mouth on those things. I bet you somebody else will.
It was pretty
funny
to me.
You said it ain't funny? Okay, let me show you something. Baby, you suck the dick right, and you make that nigga's toes do like this right here, and he grabbing on this shit, and baby, wait a minute. Hold on, she ain't acting right. Hold on. Wait a minute, she don't want to act. You got oh. Honey, let me tell you something. Baby, the reason why your husband is leaving, because y'all don't know how to please each other. Y'all don't know how to have a conversation. See, let me tell you one thing right here, right now. Listen, I'm nasty. I like to talk. I like to do all type of freaky shit. And see, since I am who I am, baby, let me tell you something. Y'all sitting out here talking about something. Oh, I don't do that. Baby, let me tell you something. Lick, stick, baby, slob, spit, whatever. But we need to have a grown people conversation. That's what we need to do. About y'all act like y'all, oh no, I'm saved. I don't do those things, baby. I promise you, I don't want you to be saved in the bedroom. I want you to be a hellion. Praise God. I want you to be the devil. Hello. What you said?
Yeah.
Bitch, I want you to be, baby, turn into Satan. Arr. Baby, I likes it all. Growl, bark, squeak.
Look, they ain't gonna have time to cheat because they're gonna be dehydrated.
It seems to me it's a lot of whispering going on.
Baby, I need you to whisper on that dick.
I'm gonna show you how she sound on the microphone.
Honey, I need you to speak in tongues on the dick. How about that? Speak in tongues on the dick.
She be whispering, and I ain't never seen somebody whisper so hard.
Baby, whisper on the dick.
What? Darius, this how she is. And the Bible. And we have.
Baby, I need you to whisper on the dick.
I'm gonna take it a step further. I shouldn't even see the mic.
She ain't gathering nothing. She ain't gathering.
What is up, everybody? What is going on? What is going on, y'all? Excuse my curls. What's up, everybody? I need to see y'all in the comment section. What is going on, everybody? What is going on? Yes, it's your boy KingJivesShow. What is up, everybody? Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. What's up, y'all? Good evening. Y'all better talk back to me. I like a talk back church. Talk back to me. Never. Talk back to me. What's up? I see y'all people. What's up there? Hey, y'all. Hey. Ew. Listen. We need to make sure we just cover all these house rules on tonight. Listen, this is part 3. Okay, y'all ain't getting no 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't think this woman is that important, especially not to me. Okay. Anyways, y'all, so listen, let's just go and discuss these house rules. Tonight, I just wanted to make sure, because this is not my fight, and I am not even really caring. Anyways, so I have special guests tonight, okay? Special guest. Special. Touch your neighbor and say special. Huh? Touch your neighbor and say special. 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 Mm-hmm. Hey, I see my sister. Hey, what's up there with y'all? Hey, James. Y'all hard-headed. Hey, Jessica. I said touch your... Okay, y'all. I said, I told y'all I like a talk back church. I like a talk back church. Y'all playing with me tonight. Okay, y'all playing with me tonight. Hold on, wait a minute. I said I like a talk back church. I need y'all to talk back to me. I said tonight we're gonna have special guests. Skinner-rinky dinky. So listen, y'all, house rules. Listen, y'all treat this just like you do a drag show. Y'all enjoy what you see. Y'all see the information right there, the screen right there. 10, 50, 100, y'all run that, okay? But we not gonna beg. We not gonna keep going on. Do. All right, so let's go ahead and have fun tonight. Listen, don't get in your feelings. Don't get in your feelings in the comment section, okay? We are here to have fun, but we're also here to hear the truth. We're here to hear what is the things of the things. Okay. Hashtag the things of the things. Okay. We want to know what's really going on, what's popping on all of those things. Okay. So with that being said, Gail trying to be funny, talking about I need some bobby pins. Girl, you know I'm bald head. What I'm gonna pin some hair to? Gail, what I'm gonna pin some hair to? My scalp, I'm gonna glue this down. Listen, so I want to make this very clear before we even jump all into this, like we about to. Okay, and that is this. I am about bringing light to situations and things of that nature. I did not care about what this woman had going on, nor do I care now. It is the things of the things that's being talked about, and it just came scrolling across my desk. What I have learned with this lady, and I'm going to say this before I dive in and wreck house tonight, is that this lady does have a traumatic past. And one thing we have to realize, especially, Black and brown people, is that we have, as a people as a whole, some of us have had traumatic lives. And the part that disturbs me the most with her is that there was nobody there to guide her, to help build her back up, to do all of that stuff, to help lead her in a special way, to help, nurture her out of her traumatic experiences and things of those things. So, and the only thing, because she's still a fucked up person, okay? She's still a shitty ass person. The thing that really bothers me is that she cling to the church, right? She cling to the church. And the only thing she don't know, she know about how to get spirit. She know how to act alike. She know how to do all those things, but yet and still, she don't know how to stay connected to the Lord. She know how to get money. And the only thing that's important to her right now is I'm known, I'm famous, I'm a bounce on the dick and everything. And I'm just like, dang, like, it's so much more. And I'm like, and this is what goes on in our community. We don't know how to stay connected and build valuable relationships. Only thing that we know how to do is connect, get what we need, and move the fuck on. And we tear people's homes up. We fuck up lives. We do all of those things. And still, we want to sit out here and talk about the Lord. I'm going to tell you the truth. And the church has been such a letdown. You hear what I'm trying to tell you? The church has been such a, the church has been such a letdown because people like her needed somebody there to build her up. So the only thing that she could do is connect to raggedy ass people like some of these folks that's out here on the scene now that don't care about souls, don't care about Jesus, don't care about Christ, don't care about none of those things. All they care about is getting money. I'm the boss. I'm a diva. I'm a this. I'm a that. And I know how to please my man, baby. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all don't know how to communicate. And please don't tell me y'all know how to have sex, because communication and intimacy is a big part. You can't brag about something, because when you bragging about something, that lets me know that, baby, okay. Because I don't need to see it. Because, baby, one thing for certain and two things for sure. Proof is always in the pudding. And, baby, I ain't got to say a word. What you will know is that they still there. Now, as I continue on, sip on this tea real quick. As I continue on, ladies and gentlemen, tonight is a special night because I like to bring facts, proofs, and receipts with anything that I do, right? And, things come across my desk, okay? And when it comes down to it, I like to get to the root of the matter, and I like to talk to all parties, right? So this week, I got a chance to talk to a lot of the parties. So as we move forward tonight, and I know these other folks ain't gonna want to talk to me because I'm not, I'm not doing. But I want you all to, y'all know how we do in church. I want y'all to stand to y'all feet and give a round of applause. No, seriously, I want you all to give a great Jive Nation welcome to, and I ain't even gonna put this out there like that, but I want y'all to welcome. Yes, that was his past. It was a part of his story, but I want you all to welcome Mr. Calvin Mitchell Sr. I need y'all to come on in the comments. What's up, sir? Hold on, thanks. Wait a minute. Calvin, can you hear me? Calvin, they still clapping. Calvin, they still clapping. Can you hear me? Calvin, can you hear me? Calvin. Calvin, can you hear me? Calvin, can you hear me? Wait, something just started working. Wait a minute. Calvin? Hold on, let me call Calvin real quick. Hold on 1 second. Whoa. All right, let me see. Let me call Calvin. I think I'm going to take the thing off. This thing hurt my head. Oh, baby, it's about to be lit tonight. Don't you worry.
Yeah, I'm trying to get in, man.
Hey,
for some apparent reason, my signal went down. Now I'm trying it on my phone.
Okay, I was just about to say, if you need to, just do it on your phone.
Yeah, I'm going to try it on my phone.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
All right, y'all. The thing, yes, baby. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Like we gonna get to the things of the things, because what y'all failed to realize is this was them in 2019. I can't make. Oh, let me move that out because I know y'all giving y'all. I know y'all being a blessing in the Cash App. This was them in 2019. Mm-hmm. This was Jamila Young Mitchell. Mm-hmm. And he was the pastor of the church. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So, and I saw some of y'all over there in them comment sections talking about, oh girl, she sure know how to pull them. But baby, she can't keep them. And that's a problem. Hello, that's a problem. Y'all out here getting these good men and then they just leaving. Like, help me. Like, what the what? What the what? Y'all getting these men. And let me tell you something. You know well, I hope you're in love. Baby, he got a handful of ass, okay? She all pursed up against him and stuff like that. I mean, what's like what happened? And please don't tell me this was a demonic spirit. Don't tell me this was a demonic spirit. They was together for 4 years. So, you know, something like we gotta hear what's going on. So, anywho. Wait a minute, hold on. Wait a minute, what'd I do? Okay. Let's do this right here real quick. So let's welcome Calvin back again. Calvin. Now, I see Calvin. See, y'all, they over there trying to do hoochie woochie. Calvin, can you hear me? Now, I'm looking at Calvin. Calvin, can you hear me? Hold on. Kevin, I think you should have just did it on your phone. No, baby, she didn't build him. Hello, Calvin. Hello, Hold on. Huh? Wait, you just came in. What happened? Kev, you meant to use your phone. Okay. Calvin. Calvin, go out and come back in.
Okay, it is.
Hold on, y'all. Wait a minute. Y'all, excuse me. Like I've been electrocuted. Hold on 1 second. Oh, Jesus. We rebuked the head of the enemy. Oh, Jesus. Tia. Text me, sister. Hey, Joy. Calvin.
Yo.
There you go. Oh, shoot. There you go, y'all. Calvin's in the building. Y'all welcome Calvin Mitchell in the building. Y'all welcome the man of the hour.
I appreciate it.
Y'all welcome Calvin up in this. It's okay. Y'all welcome Calvin. Show him some love. I need to see y'all in the comments with some hearts and crowns. Welcome this king up in this. Y'all, I ain't gonna start off cussing yet, y'all. I ain't got good and warmed up yet. Yeah, I ain't got good warmed up yet.
Hey, just do you. Just do you.
Oh, I will. So listen, man. Oh, thank you so much for coming on. I really do appreciate it. And giving me the opportunity to speak with you. And I'm gonna tell you, like I told the young lady yesterday, this is not my story.
Right.
And I am not pressed nor concerned about what this woman do. I don't like what is going on.
Right.
So I'm gonna talk to it.
Right. I get it.
And had it not been for you and I having a conversation,
London Duplex.
No. We not doing this, y'all. No. Had it not been for you and I having a conversation, we wouldn't be doing this today because I was ending yesterday.
Right.
But after conversating with you or having a conversation with you, I was like, let's go ahead and talk about this.
Well, I appreciate the opportunity for you allowing this platform to be used, for, if nothing else, an opportunity for an additional voice to be heard. As you see behind me, not to promote myself, but it's called The Other Side of the Story.
Mm-hmm.
And so I created that brand because of I'm gonna call it a tragedy, because anytime a person can mislead individuals in a way and wreck so many lives, and this is not anything, just let me do this disclaimer. I'm not mad. I'm healed. I'm good. I'm financially good. I'm doing my thing. So this is not coming from a place where I feel any vengeance or any discord. I just basically want people to know, because it's so many people that's lost and following because they're looking for something. And she has the ability to draw.
Yes.
She's an entertainer.
Yeah, that's what she is.
She's an entertainer. So I thought I would just come on just because many have not heard the truth. I sat back and watched some of the show yesterday, and I was privy to seeing some of the clips of the prior one. And I just wanted to kind of set the record straight in regards to, just so that all y'all can have the truth. And it's not just so much my truth, it is the truth with receipts and so much evidence to go behind it. So I'm gonna start, if you don't mind, is to start from the beginning, because so that you can get an opportunity to kind of lay the foundation, so you know to whence it come, how she became who she is. She was already that. However, what became very arrogant and very, very malicious and very, she always called people narcissists, but she's a female narcissist. She has so many different things. So how we first met yesterday, just let me kind of set this straight so people can understand how we first met. We got married rather quickly. She was in my inbox. I worked for Delta Airlines. I had no idea who she was. I was a single man. She was in my inbox. Hey, you have, I love your hazel eyes, and yada, yada, yada. And so from that part, what I did was, I'm a man, so I responded back. For me, it was never any intention for me to go any further. It was just, honestly, like I said in my book, I'm not hiding that, it was a booty call, honestly, right? So I'm being honest. So when we first got started, so long story short, flew down there after about 5-6 days of meeting her. Things happened. I got caught up in, let me tell you something. I don't know, and I'm gonna use this word, I don't know what the fuck I was thinking about.
Well, let him use
or what I was missing, and excuse the French for the sanctified folks that are on here, but I don't know what I mean, because I evaluate myself and say, what was I thinking about? What allowed me to allow this? So anyway, end up getting with her, got married rather quickly, went to Vegas, got married, and how I knew something wasn't right was,
wait a minute, y'all went to Vegas?
We went to Vegas. We got married in Vegas. We got married in Vegas. So,
Okay.
but for that reason, I knew that something didn't set right. Even though for me, I went ahead and did it. Whenever you can't tell your family or your children what you're doing, or you meet somebody and you're not happy about meeting them, then that's a red flag right there. Honestly.
Yeah, Calvin, I got a question. I have a question. Before we get into this, let me just lay this little foundation here. Before you met, or before Jamila jumped in your inbox, who were you as a person?
Was I as a person?
Yeah, like what were you doing in life?
Okay.
As a person.
Okay, as a person, I had worked several years for Delta Airlines, and I was also running my own production company. And I got the job at Delta Airlines because I wanted to fly all over for free, and I wanted to be able to expand my business. So that's what I was doing. I was employed at Delta Airlines.
Okay, so you own your own production company.
Yes.
You are a supervisor at Delta.
Yes.
And you are a father of two girls.
No, I'm a father of 5 and a grandfather of 12.
Oh shit! Oh, wait a minute. See, I thought it was 2.
No.
Oh
no. She has 2 children. All of my children are grown. I'm 58 years old. I'll be 59 in September. All my kids are grown. I have grown kids in their 30s, almost 40 years old, and then I have grandchildren as well. But I don't have any babies. So yeah.
Okay, so when Jamila met you, you were doing your own thing already established.
Absolutely.
So go ahead. Okay. Go ahead.
So I was already doing my own thing. So just so everyone know, because the whole I wouldn't call it a premise, but the whole misleading on her part was people seeing us after we hit some success. And then they were able to say, she was saying that I was on her coattail. And well, others were, the followers thought that I met her and she had something. When I met her, she was living in Newark, New Jersey, living in the hood, driving a raggedy Jeep with holes in the floorboard. And that's no slight. That's no slight. I'm just saying from where she comes. And then she came. We ended up getting married a short period of time. We went to Vegas, got married in 4 months. We lived apart for a whole year. So she lived in Newark, New Jersey, and I lived in Atlanta, Georgia. I was still working for Delta and still doing my production. She ended up moving down. Fast forward, she, as people said when y'all was making jokes yesterday, she did. She was working at Krispy Kreme. No slide. She was working at Krispy Kreme, and then she was doing what she had to do, and then she ended up finding a young lady who was very active in our church, who lived in I don't want to call her name, and she ended up getting her another job doing something else. Well, at that time, she said she was having headaches, and that God had told her to start a ministry in a car, and it was going to be called the Car Chronicles.
Wait. Pause. Because Calvin, this right here, I looked this up online. Let me move it because I want the people to keep being a blessing on the show. You were the pastor at Unity Church.
Yes.
Did she start this? Did y'all? Well, how did this come about?
Well, so I'm gonna tell you. So what happened was, this is what happened when she said that God had told her to start this. My thing is this: who am I to say God didn't tell her? Because at the time she was not the person that she is now, and she was actually operating in some gifts. Being completely honest. So for that reason, she said God told her. I backed her. I said, okay, cool. So we start getting some success in numbers because people had never seen anything like this before. In the meantime, there's so much that was happening in the process of that with her violent temper, just the way she was. Honestly, we fought. It was the whole 9 yards. So everything that's coming out is not anything. That's why this is so the meat and potatoes of all this. The Jamila is dealing with the fruit of her issues that you guys are seeing displayed, or God is allowing everyone to see. But this was a long time coming. This was a long time coming because she is a damaged individual. And it all started back from when you said something about what Rashana said about her being molested, not putting any light on that as though, but that is part of her issue. She has a man issue, and every man that she's been involved with, she's violent with. She has a record with exception to me, because I wasn't having that. I wasn't having that. However, I mean, her kid's dad, she broke his arm. She has a history. So what you guys are seeing displayed on the pulpit, that's not nothing new. And she has no business in the pulpit because she needs to be, as that young lady said yesterday, in a padded room. And so what we did, we were fast forward, we got together. In the meantime, there's so much turmoil, but in the midst of it, God was blessing it. Now, we met because I have to give credit, because I don't want anyone to think that how all this was created was by self, because I end up running into, she ended up getting the numbers, expanded numbers on, hey, hold on for a second. Hey guys, it's a distraction. Thank you. So the numbers end up going out of the roof. My phone is getting ready to go dead. Hold on for a second. Sorry about this. I'm gonna sit right here so that I don't want it to. Okay, let me get the phone. Okay, so the numbers were going out of the roof. We ran into a psychologist who's seen her numbers, and I'm gonna give him credit. I'm not gonna mention his name. He was a brilliant gentleman. He helped us and showed us how to monetize off Facebook and off the platforms, and what ministry was looking for in order for us to get the numbers that we were looking for. Mm-hmm. In the meantime, didn't realize that there was one gentleman and then a younger gentleman, masterminds. I got to give them that credit. Well, in the meantime, not realizing that they had a past, which was okay because we all have one. Mm-hmm. Didn't realize in the midst of all this going on that they were in the process of being indicted. And so
oh, these were the Fed boys.
Yeah. So situation never happening. Good guys though. Situation happened. So nevertheless, they end up going to camp. In the meantime, because initially the whole ministry and the whole premise of that was we were doing production out of a production studio, and we was giving her own show, because the Card Chronicles had gathered so much momentum. It had gathered so much momentum. We were making 6 figures a month.
What?
6 figures a month. And so it had gathered so much momentum that the gentleman decided, or came into play, where, hold on, my phone is going dead again. Oh, they came into play, were able to help us get over the hump. Well, in the meantime, still her behavior is still her behavior. So many things has happened in the midst of that. Then those guys get sent away to camp, and then now it's just me stuck with her.
So just to kind of like, you got your charger?
Yes, I'm charging.
Okay, so just to try to make this make sense.
Okay.
You were with her before this big blow up, correct?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. And so with your production studio and these 2 young men, you all helped catapult her, correct?
Absolutely.
Okay. That sounds like somebody else.
Yeah, and so what happened was there was still so much turmoil in the marriage. And around this time, there was evidence of infidelity on her part. And she tell people that I cheated, but I never cheated. She the one cheated. She cheated on me twice. And so that's why the insecurities of all what you guys see is that she's scared that the way she does things, the stories, and let me share this with you. My movie is soon to be in pre-production as well about my book. You know, my book, The Other Side of the Story, Life with the Angry Black Woman, is totally about her. But it is, you know, it's a teaching tool as well. But it's about the stuff that I went through with her, and how people are so deceived. So the name of the movie, if you don't mind, can I give it a plug?
Go ahead. Hey.
The name of the movie is called Prostituting the Pulpit.
Oh, that sounds like somebody.
And so you know, it would have been done, but I'm as you see, I'm down in my production studio downstairs, and I have a lounge upstairs. But so the long story short was her behavior and the things that she has done. She has traumatized my family, my daughters. She's done some things that was just so ungodly. Let me share this with you, because Calvin,
slow down.
Huh?
Slow down, Calvin.
Okay.
Slow down, because this I want to hear everything that you have to say, and I want you to take your time with it, because
gotcha.
Yeah.
I didn't know if it was on a time restraint.
Oh, no time.
Okay.
No time.
Okay.
We only 36 minutes in. Go ahead. Have your way, sir.
Okay, so let me turn around. All right, now that I know that, I didn't know if I had 30 minutes. But now I can kind of go on neutral and give you the whole, so it all makes sense to the viewers, okay? So we built this conglomerate. We had a whole campus. At this time, when the gentleman got sent away to camp, then I had another building that I was going to use as my production studio, just exclusively to do events. And one day we went in there, and she said, God told her to make this a church. That's how Unity Church came about. So, yeah, that's how Unity Church came about. So when she said that, me having the skills that I have, me and the contractors made it look like it looked. And so that's how all that. But in the meantime, the Car Chronicles was still doing its thing. She was, it was still making, if you read my book, you'll see how the ministry was so demented, really almost from the infancy, because it became about nothing but money. And individuals would send gifts that could not send financial donations. And she wouldn't even look at it. She would just throw it away. So one thing about this whole interview is that I don't have to lie. I remember when she was not who she thinks she is today. And she completely defamed my name so many different times. And when she talks about the process when we went through our divorce, I walked away, my man, with absolutely positively nothing. Everything you see that I have today is God's grace, and it's been done within 2 years. But we made $1.2 million in 9 months.
Oh, hell. Can somebody help me? I want to make $1 million in 6 months. Somebody help me, please.
You know,
go ahead.
And so when we went through the whole divorce process, and this was God really showing me that that what we had and how I was a part of that it was tainted. It was tainted. And let me tell you why. I had to spend 10 grand on an attorney, and I'm gonna tell you how she took money out of the bank, the whole 9 yards. That overnight, my whole life changed. Overnight, we had accounts, we had all this kind of stuff, right? And she took about $600 and some thousand out of the bank, and moved it in separate accounts. And what happened was the money that was in the bank had both of our name on it, but we never had a 2-signer individual, so that at an X amount. So she went and took all the money, but she didn't have the power to close the account, but she had access to the money. So overnight, my whole life changed. And so no access to no money, none of that, right? It's crazy. And so went through the whole divorce process. A lot of things was going on in that process. 10 grand for an attorney. We was going through the divorce during COVID 2020. And 2 weeks before I was supposed to settle to get my half of things, my attorney died of COVID.
What?
My attorney died of COVID.
Wow.
So she tells everybody that, you know, how, you know, she even told stories. Let me show y'all how you can have a husband and he don't get nothing when you divorce. That was not her power. She had no control over that. It was obviously God didn't want me to have anything that was associated with she and I together, and I'm okay with that. Do I have you at all?
I'm sorry. I got lost at the attorney died, and then she got in the pulpit talking about this how you make use.
Yeah, so it's you know, man, it's so many stories and so many followers that used to follow that went to the church. So anything that people are saying, you know, are they sometimes embellished? I don't know. That's their experience. But for me, what I'm telling you is the absolute truth. I mean, to the point where when you talk about, she talk all that stuff, talking about how anointed she is, she really has demonic tendencies. And let me tell you why. I woke up one night laying in our theater room, and she had a robe on with a knife. And she said the devil told me to kill you.
Hold on, Calvin. Wait a minute. Now we didn't jump something. Now wait a minute. When did she start doing all this?
She started doing this probably about a year and a half after she and I got married. So she started doing this around 2018, 2019.
Y'all got married when? 2017?
2017.
Y'all got married 2017. Now she want to talk about the devil want to kill you. The devil told her to kill you, and
it's crazy. It's so much. It's so much to the story, and everything that everybody says, like, and even expounding on. Let's get back to the relevancy of what her and Fred and the whole 9 yards. Fred came in on what I built. Now, he came in on what I built, and that's okay, because that's what happened in relationships when you split up. But she cleaned him up. She always, for me, I wasn't sanctified enough for her, because I never called myself and this is what I said in my book, how you allow somebody to identify you to be of someone that you're not. And I backed her in terms of the actual ministry. I'm a production dude. I'm a writer, producer, theater, and film. That's what I do. So I'm a production guy. So that's why things look production-esque in terms of our facilities and that sort of stuff. So I never, and I got to take accountability, because I was, I call myself the campus pastor, which I was overseeing all of the campus, making sure everything was good, make sure everything was needed. Everything was done that was needed, the books and just all that kind of stuff. But yeah, it's so that's how all this. It's so much to the story, and I know I'm skipping around, but it's a lot. It's a lot.
Okay, so let's do this.
Okay.
Because I want to go step by step. We only 44 minutes in. Okay. You ain't got to rush.
Okay.
Because last night we was on here almost 3 hours.
Okay.
And the folks was glued. So
okay.
Listen, as long as y'all gonna hit that cash out, we gonna be good. Listen, y'all came here for the story. We finna get the story. Yeah. You and Jamila got married in 2017.
Correct.
You all met. She DM'd you. It was what it was. Boom, y'all got married 4 months later.
Right.
After that, now she's pulling knives. How did it get to the knife thing? Like, did she just wake up one day and just like?
Well, how it got to that was it was a continued and again, because I did speed past some of the stories, so let me fill in some of the holes, is that throughout the whole relationship, I knew that I didn't realize, when you don't get a chance to vet the relationship, it's impossible for you to know somebody in 4 months. Come on now. You know, that shit, you don't even know what they like. You know what I'm saying? And so jumping to that, I found out a lot of the things in terms of her past relationships, her anger issues, and things that she was dealing with while we was into the marriage. We spent a year apart. So because her daughter was finishing up her senior year of high school in New Jersey. So we spent a year apart. So now that's a year that we're married, that we really don't know each other. We seeing each other on the weekends, but it's turmoil.
She had another nigga up there. Go ahead.
Oh no, it's turmoil. And if you read my book, you know, a situation where one night, you know, she there at the house for the weekend, the phone rings. It kept dinging and going off. And so, you know, we had just got done with dinner, was watching the movie. She laying across my lap. And so she was asleep and the phone kept going off. So I'm like, what is this? And so I kind of slide her head over and go get the phone. And it's this guy. But because we were married, we said we didn't have any secrets. We didn't have locks or code or passwords on our phone. We just went into each other's phone. So I went into her phone and the message said this: "Oh, you must be up there with that nigga. You better answer your fucking phone. You must be up there. Oh, you up there with your husband. You better answer your fucking phone." So check this out. So hold on. Already a red flag. So at this time, I you know, chaos hit. I woke her up and asked her, what was this? She told me it was one of her friend, Joe's boyfriend. They be playing like that. I wasn't having that. So that was the first time. Whole lot of stuff went down. We didn't get along. She ended up that same night or the next morning going back to New Jersey. Still, because I was with her, still just, you know, really at this point started feeling like, you know, something was going on, because she started telling me stories about her life. What happened with her father, what was going on with her, the whole 9 yards. So, I mean, for me, I'm married to you, so I'm trying to hang in there with you. I mean, you know, and so a whole lot of arguing, a whole lot of dysfunctional behavior. Then she came down after the first year. We stayed together, was together about 4 months, and that's when success hit. So
wait. So Fred, I mean not Fred, I'm sorry. Apologize about that. So Calvin, you basically made this woman who she is.
Absolutely. You know,
Wait.
be the glory. I was a part of.
You was a part of the making of her.
Yes.
Okay, so
me and a couple other individuals.
So you three gentlemen helped build this lady to where she is. So she didn't have money when she was with you.
Not at all.
The success and everything came after.
Absolutely.
So the production, the setup, all those things, that was because of you all coming together, working it out, putting it forward, and everything like that.
Absolutely. Got you.
So she started making, because I remember when Jamila first popped up on the scene, because I was like, who is this lady in the car?
Right.
And in the Lord, and the God, and the Gooden, all this other stuff like that. I remember that, because I was just kind of like, oh, okay. I wanted to interview because I was like, who are you?
Right.
So, you know, at that time, you know, I was like, okay, so, you know, this, I'm looking at all of this. So you were the one with the finances, correct?
Yes. Well, in fact, I was the one in terms of being in Atlanta. But when we talk about, I got to give credit where credit is due. To finance this particular venture, we created a company, myself, her, and two other gentlemen. And so he was mastermind with being able to allow us to monetize rather quickly. I mean, first week, 50 grand. You know,
who's these people?
well, you know, but because he knew about algorithms, all the church language, the folks, all that kind of stuff. So we were doing very well. So to say that, so I can't take credit for, but I was part of the machine that helped, that made it go.
Okay. Now, a year later, after all of this, now she's pulling knives. She wakes up and say the devil told her to kill you. She didn't. Now, did she snap out the trans or something and say, "Oh, baby, I'm sorry, baby"?
Let me share this with you. And any man that's been with her, I'm just one that'll speak up. There's a such thing, and you know church. So when I say this lingo, you know what I'm talking about. There's a certain thing, such thing as demonic oppression and demonic possession. And how I've been taught is that if you are anointed, filled with the Holy Ghost, you can only be oppressed, you can't be possessed. So within that whole situation, explaining to you, I've seen so much behavior. I'm talking about a whole, as that young lady was saying last night, her experience with Juanita Bynum. I've seen a whole contortion of the enemy, the devil, and the whole, what you would see on The Exorcist, that I've seen that come out of her.
Okay, so hold on, Fred.
Calvin,
let's take a break. Calvin, I'm sorry. You know what? You know why I'm probably calling you Fred is because I see a pattern, and this is going on, and I apologize about that. Please,
you're all good.
Please forgive me. So let's take a break real quick. Listen, y'all. As you all are coming in, please make sure you hit that like button, that subscribe button. Please also make sure that you share this video. This is a story that needs to be told. This man has wrote a book. It is on Amazon. He's going to go in more details in a minute, but I need you to all make sure that you smash that like button, smash that Cash App button, smash that like button, and let's just keep this story going. I don't think no one has even really heard this man's full story, because even as right now, he wants to get it all out. Just like with the young lady the other day, I had to tell her to slow down, because you all have been in this. Yeah. And it's so much. Yeah. And see, I've been there too. It's so much. And it's like, I gotta tell somebody, because ain't nobody gonna believe me what I'm saying when I tell y'all this. But I went through this right here. I went through that, and it's like you going real fast. So this is why we're gonna take a break real quick, because again, y'all, I need you all. I know you all are here, but I need y'all to pay close attention. Everybody's not lying. Do you hear me? Everybody is not lying when it comes down to telling their side of the story. When you're in it, you're in it. When you come out, you are out. And it's like, nobody's going to believe me when I say what I'm trying to tell y'all. Ain't nobody going to believe what I'm trying to say. And it's like, this man has the opportunity, and he's telling his story. And again, I'm going to tell you the truth. There are people right now that don't like the fact that Calvin is over here. But at the end of the day, this is Calvin's story. This is Calvin Mitchell's truth. This is what Calvin Mitchell has gone through and everything of that nature. I don't believe that this man would write a book. See, let me tell you something, Calvin. Let me tell you something. Mm-hmm. I got a sister who went through some traumatic things with an individual that you're mutually got connected with too.
Okay.
And the same thing went on. No one wanted to believe her or me when she was saying all of this stuff. Oh, this cannot be the great woman of God. You all are lying. But 5 years later,
right?
5 years later, all of this stuff started coming out, and everybody was like, "Oh my God, you're telling the truth." They can't sue you when you're telling the truth, because you get all the facts, proofs, and receipts.
Well, you know what? Let me share. Can I say this real quick? I wrote that book 2 years ago, almost 3 years ago, right?
Mhm.
I never. It sold very well. If I was telling a lie, I would have got sued by now.
Mhm.
Because the crazy thing about it is how you can know that I'm telling the truth out of her own words. The book that she wrote called Death of an Angry Black Woman, she wrote in there how wonderful I was and how much God had sent me to her and everything that I did to help her. So and then now I wrote my book to saying that the angry black woman had never died. And so I'm just saying that there is, you know, people always say it's yours, mine, and then the truth. The whole thing is what you said. Why is so many people, and I get that people are they always, you know, when you people lie on you all the time. We get that. Or lie on people all the time. But for me, I'm too busy to even for today. Like I said, thank you for allowing me to be on the show. I could be doing something else. If this story was fabricated, you know, I wouldn't tell it. But I'm telling it because I want the millions of people or the hundreds of thousands of people or the thousands of people that's been deceived to just open up their eyes.
Mm-hmm. So you all were together 4 years.
Well,
And
let me just say this. When we divorced, it was 4 years. We separated in 2018. And when we separated in 2018, she filed, which I was glad she did. She filed, but we end up getting back together.
oh,
But we got back together, and then in 2019 we split up again. But we didn't tell the attorneys that we had ended up getting back together. But we just went by that 2018 date when we was legally separated. So, but it took a couple of years because of COVID, or it took that whole time. So I was legally married to her, but we were only together probably about maybe 2.5 years.
okay. So what was the crazy part about the relationship? Because your book is called The Angry Black Woman Never Died.
Right.
So what was the angry part about the relationship that went on in those 2 years that y'all were together? Now, I mean, I know you guys were like off and on 2 years, but the 2 years that you guys were actually together, what was the craziness going on?
You know, it was everything from the way she would just respond, man. I've never seen a person that would one time, you know, my mother is a breast cancer survivor. And she would say ugly things like, I hope your mama die of cancer. I had a child that kind of was going through a situation, right? And she was going through a situation, and when we got to the house, we seen her in crisis, and we had to call 911. Well, the whole time that my daughter was being worked on by the paramedics, she was taking pictures. And when we split up and divorced, the anniversary of that situation happened with my daughter. She sent a picture and said, "Do you remember this?"
Wait. Do you remember what?
Do you remember your trauma, your crisis, the situation that we walked? That yeah. So it was the most evilest thing. Yeah.
So okay, just to roll that back.
Okay.
Who went to the hospital?
My daughter.
Your daughter went to the hospital.
Right. But
And she's
okay, let me just clarify. My daughter is great. She's well. She's doing her thing. She was in a dark place in her life.
Calvin, can you move your camera up just a little bit?
Okay. That better?
Yes.
She was in a dark place in her life. And when we got home, we had to call the paramedics. She was laying on the ground. Well, when I called the paramedics, she was taking pictures while my daughter was laying there on the ground.
What?
I didn't know she was taking pictures until a year and a half later.
Oh my God.
So, when we separated and was going through the divorce, she hated my daughter so much because she said, my baby girl, she said, who's 26, doing very well. She said that she hated the relationship that she and I had because she wished it was her and her father. So she treated my daughter.
Oh.
So she treated my daughter like shit, right? So my daughter had never done anything to her. So she felt to get back at me when we was going through the divorce. She sent her the pictures. My daughter, why would you send a child that was in a crisis and remind them of their crisis? And so that's one thing. That's three things: the knife, my child, my knife, my child. I hope I hope your mother died of cancer. She would say this is in my book because she cheated. She would say shit like this. I'm just gonna be, because we on the phone. She would say stuff like because she said she had a sexual. She said she was a nymphomaniac, so she always had to have sex. But it's clear that she does, because you figure 5 husbands, and she told this in front of the church, my man. She told the church while preaching, she said, I had a body in every city. She told me she had so many men that she could not count. But mind you, this was after we was married. So all the trauma, all that of what she's going through, everything, who she is and who she has become. Now, fast forward. So we got to the point where the finances came. So totally forgetting about who she was when I met her. So now she's self-made. So here it is. I done built this conglomerate, not by myself, but with you. And you tell me to go get a job.
The fuck? Oh, that's hilarious. Okay, go ahead.
Now, mind you, she told me to get a job, right? But all the buildings were in my name. All the buildings are in my name. We at this time we weren't quite making 6 figures a month, but we was making close to it. And you want me so now everything is hers. You know, she says she said I'm who they come to see. They don't come to see you.
Oh, bad man. If Jamila don't sound like Juanita, I don't know what to say.
But, hey,
this is go ahead.
Yeah, no,
go
so
ahead.
yeah, so I'm just here to shed light, man, on just like what everybody is seeing is who she is. And I'm gonna tell you, and I'm gonna be bold to say this. I think she's turned over to a reprobate. And because you can't hear I've slept with this woman, I've dealt with this woman, and anytime you are that evil, and the things that she said to people, you haven't heard half the stuff she said on record. Half of the stuff. And then we would have a fight, and people knew, and I'm telling you this, probably many people are watching that went to the church. that I'm gonna tell you, if you opened up this forum, and I know you're done with it, and you should be, if you opened up this forum, this could go on for a month on the amount of people she's hurt.
Oh, I believe that. After listening to the young lady for the past couple of days and just hearing some of her videos, I promise you, you two are not the only ones that she has done and mistreated, because I feel like this, as a pastor,
check her record.
Side note, as a pastor, you have a responsibility to your flock.
Yeah.
And I know that you all are watching, so make sure y'all share this video. Okay. Y'all getting all this stuff, and just share the video. Okay. Thank you. What I've seen her do in just this week, because I was not even checking for Jamila at all.
Right.
What got me with her was one, my little brother, my play brother, you know, that's his auntie. Natasha's his aunt. And so I just started looking into her and all of these people that she's connected to. You know, it's like you got these connections because somebody pushed you and got you where you are to be seen.
Right.
And so now she's in a place where she feels like she's up here, you know, and then now she wants to talk shit to everybody because she thinks she's up here.
Sure.
Now she didn't divorce you. Well, she got with Fred before she fully divorced you. Yeah. And she didn't create a Build-A-Bear man. Right. And so now she's mad, and we don't really even know why she's upset, because the only thing that's come out of her mouth is, this woman had a word from my husband. And then now all of a sudden, I'm going to beat her ass. I'm going to fuck her up.
Let me share this with you, because a tiger don't change his stripes.
No.
You can't change it. When we were married and a woman would comment on my Facebook page or even comment to the both of us, she would cuss them out. She would want me to block them. See, our biggest problem was she couldn't control me. That was our biggest problem. Because she always talking that Brooklyn shit. She from Brooklyn. I'm so tired of hearing that shit. Let me tell you something. Brooklyn niggas get knocked out too.
Period. Brooklyn
niggas get knocked out too.
I said that the other day. I don't give a fuck where you from. Bitch, you can get your ass beat.
Yeah. And see, she couldn't get that off on me. And people always try to ask me questions about Fred. See, I respect every man. I don't know that man. So I don't really have anything to say about him except for, nigga, you benefited off my shit. You know what I mean? And so other than that,
y'all are going to jail.
You know what
Go
I mean?
ahead.
So other than that, you know, he took advantage of an opportunity. She was looking for somebody, as I explained to you all. I'm a businessman. Like Jay-Z say, I'm a business man. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I wasn't that guy, but I was the one that got us where, you know, with the church and everything else that we was doing and all the things. I was the paper guy. I was the guy making sure that everything was legit and everything was that. That's who I was, and still who I am today. But that whole situation. So I don't have nothing bad to say about Fred. Only thing I can say is get your coins, baby.
Why you can? Because baby, she done built you and she gonna move the fuck on.
Hey, and one thing I do know, and two is for certain, that nigga is going through. I, behind closed doors, because her behavior, like she did something the other day talking about she went somewhere and stood on a mountain and the devil told her to jump. I mean, come on now.
Jump the fuck off then.
Huh?
I jump the fuck off.
Hey, she did that. And if somebody go back 2 years and look at the videos, she was at Stone Mountain and she stood there and had her viewers look to see where she was. And she told that same story. And she told that same story because she seeks attention, one, and that behavior is so demonic. It's so come on now, that doesn't exemplify a pastor. I mean, and you up there about and you cussing out. Like, you know, the Bible says he who wins souls is wise.
Mm-hmm.
You're not a wise woman. I mean, and everybody, how about this? I said this one time, and everybody around me know. She has so many enemies that if somebody did something to her, they would never knew who it was. That's how many enemies she has. You know, and let me say this disclaimer. I don't want to do nothing. I ain't got nothing to do with her. I'm good. I was only saying that because how do you have that many enemies?
Because you keep crossing people.
Say what?
I said because you keep crossing people. That's how.
Yeah. You know, and it's her mouth. It's her mouth. It's her mouth.
You know what, Fred? Calvin.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. It's all
Calvin. Good. You know, when I think about how she talked to the musician crazy like she did last year, and then she was cussing some member out last year, and she keeps trying to connect herself, and this is why I said what I said a couple of days ago. Listen, everybody, there's 852 of you all over here on YouTube. I need every last one of you all to smash that like button for me, okay? Smash the like button for me. Y'all know these are numbers that we used to, but I just need y'all to smash that like button. Do what y'all do. Share the video. Thank you. People are upset because they're defending her behavior. And they feel like, you know, she was right for the things that she said. She's right for lashing out, and she's a pastor, and she's rich, and she's this. And I'm like,
that's bullshit.
Y'all love talking about y'all motherfucking rich. Y'all love talking about y'all bosses and shit. Yeah, just a few years ago, y'all was broke as a fucking joke. You got your motherfucking ass working at Krispy Kreme, and y'all out here driving Uber and shit and stuff like that. Y'all get a couple goddamn viral videos. Now y'all boss bitches. Now y'all millionaires and all this other shit like that. And then y'all want to talk about, oh, I'm a pastor, and y'all think everybody hating on you. This is not the work of the Lord. Now, I know you're not a church man. I know you're not a church man. I know you know the Lord.
No, I am.
Okay.
No, I mean, in the sense of, grew up in church. I know the word from Genesis to Revelation. My whole thing is this. I'm a believer. I don't believe in religion. From a religious standpoint, because I understand that. I am. So I'm good with that. But I want to say something. About I was watching Larry Ried, and I was very disappointed. And I was very disappointed because when I heard him defend that behavior as though it was okay, and then tell her as though, see, that's what the problem with it is with all those followers, is because, like,
you got people kissing your ass now.
Yeah, but I'm gonna tell you where I come from. I say, I don't know Larry. I like him. I appreciate his success, but I'm gonna tell you, this is what I see. I don't watch her at all, but because of some of the parishioners that still have my number and we still cool, that they'll reach out and say, "Did you see your girl?" All that. I went on that show when she cussed that dude out. Well, not cussed the dude out, when she was disrespectful to the musician, talking about she could pay him some money. You know the video I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
The one in the church. Okay. Before she got off, and I'm not saying anything, I don't know this for sure. She told Larry Ried, "I'm gonna sow into your ministry." So I said all that to say, to me, it looked balked. The response looked balked. And so because how do you justify talking about stuffing a woman in the puss when this lady, you don't even know the backstory of who she is, and you giving credence to this woman who was so dysfunctional? You should have maybe you should have talked to me, and then I could have forewarned you, and then with receipts and evidence, and And then you would, when that behavior came, you would have said, you know what? You know that ain't right. Come on now. It sounded like she had already told him a story about them. I'm sorry.
No. Keep going. Keep going.
You know what I mean? So yeah, I mean, I would, and I had women who subscribed to him, and people that was like, oh, I can't do this no more because, come on now, Jamila was wrong as two left shoes, and then you're gonna sit back, and if you want to talk about being a pastor, who gets on there and look, and let me tell you the most disgraceful when I seen it the other night that really hurt my soul. When it's one thing for you to feel that your husband was doing something, it's another thing to have proof. But when you talk about somebody's child who's deceased, you need your ass whooped. You need to be drugged.
Well, see, I said this because for me, all of this started when I saw that video. Well, I saw the one where she said, you know, this is woman in Atlanta and she was trying to come at my husband. I'm going to whoop her ass. And I was stuck because I said,
where's the proof? Where's she at? You don't have no receipts of showing that the woman, a text message. What do you have to show? But I'm going to tell you this as the ex-husband. Let me just share this. Jamila suffers what they call in the medical field delusions of grandeur. And so let me tell you something. That woman probably didn't do nothing. If she probably did come from a great place and said, I got a word for you. But because the way she get men and how she take people's husbands and do things of that nature, she was probably feeling some kind of way, thinking, it's a conscious thing. But I don't think Natasha was at dude like that. That's just me thinking. I don't know.
I don't think so. Wait, hold on, Fred. You all said that there's 57 likes. I need you all we're going to pause for a second. I need everybody that's on right now to hit that like button, okay? Do that for me really quick. Everybody hit that like button. Y'all are enjoying the show. I know you all are. Hit that like button for me. I really do greatly appreciate it. For those of you all who are over here in the bushes listening because you're from Jamila's camp or whatever the case may be, let me explain something to you. This is something that I do on a regular. What I don't like is people that follow these individuals and you amen them. And when you amen them, you go along with their mess. But when they cross you, Darius Hall said it's 300. Okay, thank you. But when they cross you, now you mad and you got a story to tell. Amazing 23. That's my mistake. I apologize about that. You all sit in these churches. Now, this man is the ex-husband of this woman. And I can only imagine all of the stuff that he's gone through. You all sit there in these churches and you amen this stuff because, Calvin, what pissed me off, Calvin, is that, did I call you Fred again?
Yeah, but that's all good. It's all, hey, brother, hey, it's me and you. Don't worry about it.
Okay, because if I did, I'm sitting up here talking.
Okay.
So, Calvin, what pissed me off is that while she's saying all of this stuff in the pulpit, all I hear is a bunch of women in the audience, and I'm sure it was men there. They were amening this mess.
Man, I'm gonna tell you.
They were like, yeah, I know that's right. I know that. Like, what?
But can I share this with you? All of the women, we attract the law of attraction. Majority of the women in her church, we understand what the church is. It's a hospital for sick people. We understand what that is. Oftentimes, all of us need that as a place to gather. However, majority of the people that follow her is just like her.
Mm-hmm.
They're broken. A lot of them are ghetto. I ain't gonna lie. And they're gonna get mad at me on that note. Who cares? But for me, I've seen so much with her, and she's so deceiving. And so they will. You know what she told me? One time, she had said some real cruel and indignant things at the house, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I said to her, she got so mad. I said, I'm gonna start videotaping you because your followers need to know who you are behind closed doors. She said the same bullshit Donald Trump said. She said, I can go, she said something about it's like almost like no matter what I do, my followers will always follow me.
To some degree, that's true.
No, it is true. Because you have a bunch of ride or dies who've been with her, but most of the time they're the ones that's online. Most of the people that have come to her presence and been in her church, now she has a huge online following, or she had, but her edifice or her building doesn't reflect what she does online.
It'll never reflect that because you know why? Because the people will watch you all day long.
Right.
They're actually coming to you because it's amazing that you can pull this online presence, but you can't pull that in an actual building. Right. And see, that's her spiritual mama is the same way. She thought she could still bring back the same glory that she had years past, but you can't do fuck shit. No. You can't be dirty. No. And think God gonna bless you. They don't work like that. Yeah. You can't be evil to people. No. And there's a pattern.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's a pattern, Calvin.
No, it is. I'm telling you the truth.
Calvin, every last woman that is around Jamila, connected to Jamila, got something to do with Juan Bartholomew Bynum. Right. All of these people, all of them are the same.
Yeah.
They hard.
Yeah.
They evil. They manipulative women, and they want to be beautiful. You men. Now, again, I'm gonna tell you this.
Come on.
Because this is the second time that I've seen this shit happen. Thomas Weeks did it to Juanita. You did it to Jamila.
Yeah.
Y'all build these women up. And then they sit up out here and make up some cockamamie bullshit as excuse to get out the fucking relationship. And then they go somewhere else and act like God sent them such a great man or whatever the case may be. Or they're, I am woman, hear me roar. No, bitch, you didn't sit out here and got you a build a woman. That's what you are. You a build a woman because you was working your motherfucking monkey ass out there, goddamn Krispy Kreme, and somebody came along and got you and built you up.
Yeah, you know what?
They don't get the credit.
You know, no, and let me tell you the crazy thing about it is, and piggybacking on what was spoken about last night, which was, I'm gonna tell you this the truth. In 2019, when I was fed up with it, it made me sick to my stomach to be around her, because I couldn't understand, and I was asking God. I said, how can you allow a person, one, to deceive, but secondly, to be able to turn it on and turn it off, like, and individuals would flock to her feet, not knowing all the devastating things that she had just said to somebody. Now, you know, whether it be my child or whether it be me or whether it be staff or anything, and then get right up there and preach. Mm-hmm. And I got so tired of that irrational behavior that you know, it was time for me to go. It was definitely time for me to go.
So in your time with Jamila, she has wished death upon you. And okay, so better question. Let me just ask this question.
Come on.
Were there any good times in the relationship?
I'm gonna tell you, and this is sad to say. it was probably 80 bad, 20 good. I put you like this. It's the worst relationship I ever had in my life.
So what, 80 bad, 20 good. So what made you initially want to get with her?
As I
And
said
it's
earlier,
okay to be honest. I'm not going to judge you because I'm
no. Hey, but let me tell you something. I'm too old to lie. So for me, I'm just that type of dude. So I think I was in a space, as I was telling you when I first started, I think I was a space and place in my life where I really probably just didn't know what I wanted to do. And so I gleaned onto something. I was completely not myself for whatever reason or whatever that is. In order to be able to move forward, because had I had dated her 2 months more or a year later, it's absolutely no reason why, because so many things was revealed. It wasn't that I had more bad times than I did good. It wasn't really, I can't say, that she had this charisma or she made me laugh, or it was just, and so only thing I can chalk it up to, honestly, and when people ask me that question, is because one, I have a medical background, two, from a therapist standpoint, but it's really always trying to counsel and help. I really kind of felt sorry for her really after we got together, and I really just did not, I figured, hey, might as well invest in the relationship to try to see to make it work, but.
Well, you stayed with her hoping that things would get better and things would change.
Yeah, and that part, and when I'm just keeping it 100, is the dysfunction was there, but it was covered up with money. And when you're making more money than you ever made in your life,
they always say money feel better than pussy sometimes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Check this out. So check this out. When you're making more money you ever made in your life, you compromise your fucking integrity when you shouldn't have.
And that's a real answer. You know what, Calvin? That right there, I can appreciate that. Because a lot of people will come on here and say, oh my God, I just loved her and da-da-da-da. Bitch, no, bitch, we was making money and the money felt fucking good. And I thought things was going to goddamn change. I respect that shit right there. I respect that. I respect that.
I appreciate it.
I respect that because at the end of the day, I'm going to tell you like this. I know a lot of people say, oh, what I would have did, woody, woo. When we get in these relationships, no one wants to get in a relationship to get a divorce.
Right.
So it's like you do whatever you can to fix the shit, because it's like, damn, who the fuck want to go to divorce court? Who want to be divorced? Now I got to be a fucking ex-husband or ex-wife. And then you finna go out here and do this shit all over again. Bitch, let's try to make this shit work. So
and that's exactly what it was. And especially, like I said, I'm the type of person, I've been blessed all my life. I come from upper middle class family. I ain't never really wanted for nothing. So money was not the drive, in terms of not being contradictory. It wasn't like did I ever make $1 million prior to getting with her? Absolutely not. But my point, I'm saying, I've always had.
But it was a team. You guys made millions because it was a team.
Absolutely.
That's what it was. I mean, ain't no shame in that. Like,
you know what I mean?
God damn it. Like, shit. Like, if we get together, like, let's say me and you start working together, we just start making millions, bitch. That's a fucking team.
Yeah.
There's no I in goddamn team. It's a T, a E, a A, and an M.
But you know what? And I'll sell this one to you. TEAM means together, everyone achieves more.
Period.
So So it like I said, I can go on and on. But like I said, it's a I open up for any questions. But the last thing for me was, in terms of showing her actual character, was a question that you asked me, like our situation. Was she created a thing called She Favor. And She Favor was a conference.
Yep.
A conference that she started doing. Well, in the midst of doing the conference, we split up, right?
Yeah, because she started doing She Favor around 18. Yeah, 18.
Yeah, yeah. And so what she did was we were separated, and this ain't what I heard, this is what I know. So when we built the ministry, all of our children worked for us. They ran the children's church. All of my kids are grown. Everybody worked for us. My kids and her kids. My son-in-law worked for us, and he was over the production side of AV, making sure audio video was good. When our conferences come up, you know, making sure everything is all set up. Well, at the time, she and I, my daughters had already left. However, he stayed because we were paying him very good, and he has 4 children, so he needed that check. So the day of the conference at the Sheraton Hotel, she brought in some guys, and come to find out, her and her assistants, that's a whole other story. Her and her assistant was double dating the guys that they brought into the conference.
Somebody said she slept with one of the men that was on the panel as She Favor.
Yeah, right. So I'm going to tell you that story. So check this out. This ain't what I heard. This is what I know. This come from my son-in-law. So they had a 5 a.m. or 6 a.m. audio check to make sure that, or 6 or 7, to make sure that all of the sound and everything was going to be right before the actual concert or the conference itself.
Mm-hmm.
My son-in-law said he called about, I don't know, 3 or 4 times within maybe wait 10 minutes, thinking that she's asleep. So he goes up to her room at 6:30 in the morning. She walking out one of the pastor's room with a gown on, with a negligee.
Oh, that'll do it.
This to her. He said, "What are you doing in there?" And she put up the deuces and said, "It is what it is," and walked to her room.
Oh man. She popping coochie at the conference?
Yep.
Oh, yep. Hell no.
Yep. And the funny thing is, the people at the conference kind of knew, because they were used to see. I mean, I was her husband, so they like, what Cal? She would, don't ask me about him. But they were with these guys, and I'm gonna throw this in here because I don't care nothing about her either. Her assistant is a flunky. She a fool. And she treats her any kind of damn way that she want to treat her too. Her name is Delirium Michelle.
Oh, okay. I don't know who that is, but okay.
Walked out of the room. And my son-in-law, who's still married to my daughter, seen it.
I keep telling people, I can't make this shit up. I can't make it up. Like,
hey, now let me tell you that, you know, I'm telling the truth. I don't even know who that person is that responded and said that she cheated with one of the guys, and then I told you the story. It goes to show you, man, people know her.
So somebody just dropped something. Did she get arrested today?
Yeah, that's what I was told. Somebody said she got arrested today.
Because I saw a video clip at there's a video clip, and they said that she got arrested today for threatening.
Yeah. For threatening
Natasha.
Natasha. That's what they said.
Wow.
I don't know how true it is, but
because I just saw she did a video, like I think last night or something, and I listen. So, anyways, Calvin, this has been, and you have the floor to say anything. I don't know if the people in the comments want to ask a question or whatever, but like,
I'll answer it.
Like, you really can't make this shit up.
No,
these are supposed to be holy women, right?
Yeah.
These are supposed to be sanctified men and women of God, but they're putting on conferences, popping pussy and throwing dick and ass and carrying on.
Yeah.
And then they want to get on the stage and act like everything good. Act like everything good. Yeah. Like, the hell?
Yeah.
And see, then what it tells me is there really was no connection. There really was no connection with you or her.
No, absolutely.
She was there just for the ride. And her sister, from what I was told now,
Come on.
her sister introduced her to Fred while she was married to you.
Yeah, well, let me tell you, that is confirmed. Now, let me give you the backstory of that. The young lady that you showed on a picture with him last night, his ex-wife, they were the overseers, the covering of Jamila's sister and Jamila's sister's husband. They're both of the ministries were in Florida, and he was supposed to be kind of like the bishop over their particular church.
Mm-hmm.
So how in the hell do you how in the hell do you take your overseers because now you're a son and a daughter, right? So how do you take, she's supposed to be your spiritual mother, and push her aside and push your sister in? So they took a picture in June. It was Kenya, her husband, Kenya's her sister, her husband, Fred, and his wife in June of 2019. And by December of 2019, he was with Jamila.
Calvin, look, I can't make this shit up. I really can't. This picture right here, where you two are sitting right here in this white,
yeah,
that was from an article in 2019.
Well, you know what? That 19, that was really, it was an article in 2019, but we actually took that in 2017 or 18 because we was in her place in Newark, New Jersey. Both of those pictures were taken in New Jersey in 2017. Now, the article may have posted in 2019, but it's 2017. 17 or 18, one of them.
And this man, because he the first gentleman, he no pastor. He the first gentleman up there, United Unity Church.
Right.
The church that you help her get it together, you and the two men.
Well, no, let me share this with you. I did that, the Unity Church. She was just the face of it, the build out, all the finances was all that what was coming in. Those gentlemen helped us on the production side on building her brand to get her to where she's at. So those gentlemen helped that part. The Unity Church, by that time, they were already in camp. They were in camp about a year prior to that. So all that was me, all the design, everything, what it is, how it looks, what it was all me. And then because I'm a business major, the business side of the structure of what Unity Church, all that was in my name. When we went to divorce, I had to relinquish all that stuff out of my name. All that was in my name, which goes to show you how much work she did. She was the face. She was the one yelling, talking about sowing $7 seeds. She was the entertainment. Because I now know it wasn't of God. She was the entertainment.
Yeah, right. Calvin was at the first UCC church anniversary in 2019. Absolutely, because there's an article and there's a video that has 5-point-some million views about that anniversary. Here, this what I do want to put out here, and that is a lot of people get upset when we do. Well, I can only speak for me. A lot of people get upset when I do lives like this, because this is their favorite person, right?
Right.
This is their, that's my woman of God or my pastor, my friend. Can't nobody make this shit up.
No.
Like, don't nobody just want to walk around here and get hurt, get fucked up, and get walked over and everything like that. Like, that's not okay. You don't get to stand up in the pulpit and act like what you did was all right. You don't get to make up these fucked up cockamamie goddamn excuses and all of this stuff. Like,
and you know what? And look how long she been begging for money. See, and I'm not talking about being able to support your platform or do what it is that you do. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about when you sit back and say God told you to do something, or you give, and then that was the mastermind of the gentleman that we brought on board because he was a millionaire. So he showed us how to make millions.
Who did?
I can't give his name.
Okay.
I won't give his name. Out of respect, I'm just that kind of dude. I ain't gonna do him like that.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But yeah, he created there was a formula. That's the word we use. So I just like I'm doing now with my show and stuff that I'm doing, I tapped into the formula that was created that allowed me to build my brand, do what I need to do, and all that kind of stuff. That's what it was for her. So then she became too big-headed. She became this person. It's all about her. It's crazy because she lied. She said she didn't take seats. I still, in this office, I wanted to keep it for receipts. I got a whole envelope full of $7 money orders. I never can. I mean, they old spot. I'm throwing them away. I just wanted to be able to show her. She lied and said she never did it. I got a whole drawer full of them.
Money orders.
Yeah.
For what?
Money orders. How she used to beckon people to give $7.
All those are money orders of $7?
Yeah. You want to see one?
Yeah, I would. I want to see it.
Look, I ain't gonna lie to you. Look, what that say?
I can't.
Get close enough. Where that?
$7.
Look, but hold on. Tons of them. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Wow.
Hey, she been at it a long time.
Because I remember when she was doing this thing where she was sending people oil and all kind of stuff like that.
Yeah. She was doing it. That's how you get. I'm gonna tell you. That's how you get to that $1.22 million. Hey, and I know folks I know they mad. Them people in the camp, but hey, who cares? I don't.
So, gee whiz, man. This it's a pattern with these people. So I just, oh wow. Somebody said, "Where's she was?" Oh, excuse me. Michelle was on the show last night, and we had a great show for the past 2 days. Michelle came on, I think, 2 days ago, and she was in the comment section. I asked her to come on, and so yesterday I did a part 2 because I wanted to give her way to talk and everything. She had her receipts and all of that stuff like that, and it is what it is. And I said today I wanted to do this, and I didn't want to tell people who I had coming on until today because I just didn't want to do that. Yeah. So I'm getting information now that she was at the Joint College of Bishops today, and this is the sad part about it, Calvin, that these people can do bullshit, right? And I'm grateful that you all are on. Please make sure that you all hit that like button and subscribe. And if y'all want to be so kind, just go ahead and hit that Cash App too. Zelle, Venmo, PayPal, whatever. But what is very disheartening is that they get in these groups and they keep the bullshit going.
Yeah.
They get in these organizations and nobody wants to correct anybody. Nobody wants to say, hey, this is not okay. Nobody wants to say, bring accountability. Everybody fucking everybody. Everybody sleeping with everybody. Everybody doing all type of stuff, but they want to stand up and preach about somebody's sin and all of this stuff. And I'm like, this woman is out here passing pussy around and nobody cares. Like it is what it is. And I'm like, how do you tell somebody about sanctification and holiness when you're not holy?
Yeah, very true. It's very true.
Now, Cam, I do have a question. Now, maybe this is, if you tell me no, I don't answer that or whatever.
Come on.
Why didn't you cash the money orders?
No, because a lot of the money orders, what happened was when we switched over from Unity Church, from Jamila Young Ministries to Unity Church, those money orders we didn't have an account for, and they wouldn't let them cash. I just kept them.
Oh, because you could. Okay.
Yeah. No, hey, believe me, I'd have cashed them, but I wanted to keep them for receipts too, because she always talked about that. She's such a giver, and she wasn't about money. It's always been about that. For her, it's always been about that. It started off probably about the first 6 months not being about that, and then when she seen how she could monetize, it was all about money.
You know what's the funny part about that now? Every last one of them, they brag about their money, they brag about their cars, they brag about their fineries, they brag about, like y'all trying to be like me, everybody trying to be, where I am, whatever. And it's off the backs of the people. You know what I'm saying? Like you are where you are because of the people. And you're throwing it in their faces. Right. I'm going to tell you something. I remember when things were a little different for me. I had a Patreon. Okay. And I would periodically throughout the month, I would raise money. People would like put in and sow and whatever. And I would give money away. Because again, I am where I am because of the people. And that's what people fail to realize. Right. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how fucking big you get. You're only that big because the people like you and they so into you. Absolutely. The only reason why somebody know who the fuck Jamila is because somebody liked her and they invested in her and they gave their hard-earned money to her. And it's like you get your monkey ass on motherfucking the computer screen and you talk so horrible to people as if you are the Don Dada around here. Everybody want to be Beyonce. Right. Don't nobody want to go through what Beyonce had to go through.
Absolutely.
Y'all climb y'all ass up the mountain talking shit to people. And this is what I don't understand about people that want to claim to be godly. Y'all climbing up the mountain, talking shit. I'm grand. I'm this. I'm that. I'm all of this. Baby, you are where you are because of these motherfucking people in the comments.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I'm gonna tell you right now. Calvin, I'm gonna tell you this right now. If all 1,111 people on here now gave me $10, I don't know. I can't tell you right now because I'm not a math whiz. But if everybody gave me $10 and they blessed me, I got where I am.
It'd be $10,100.
Okay. If everybody did, I am where I am because the people sold into my life. Right. This woman made millions of dollars and she stands up in the pulpit. She stands up in the pulpit talking shit to people and everybody's supposed to just take it.
Yeah, no.
I'm confused.
No, that's how she is. And the crazy thing is, you know, some of the degrading things that she's done, people would go to her for counseling. Just say a woman, just say we're counseling a husband and a wife, and there's some infidelity, right? If she get mad at that person, she'll talk about it in her car chronicles and say God told her, and then secondly, she'll say something across the pulpit.
Calvin, did she tell you to go get a job?
She told me to go get a job, man.
Oh, what?
Hey, look, hey, here it is. Here it is. When I'm gonna tell you, it was a warehouse Unity church, but it was the most beautiful church. When you walked in it, you had no idea you was in a warehouse. We spent some crazy money on. I had all the technology, I had the colors, I had all that. Now I did all that. I'm spending 18 hours a day. I would go live, and people know. I would show them my progress. I spent all that money, and when it get done, you tell me to go get a job.
I'll say it for you, bitch.
Tell me to go get a job. hey, this is my job.
You building a builder woman. That's what you building a builder bear.
Yeah. And so now, but I'll say this to no man, honestly, through the grace of God, is you know, really as for me, I'm not angry. I'm coming on because I want people to recognize it, to see her for who she really is. I'm good over here. You know, I got production. I got a 7-figure deal on the table right now with Netflix, you know, because I deal with on the movie side. I got my lounge. I got my production studio down here. I'm good. So I'm not saying it in the sense of I'm not angry at all. So those who will say in comments, "Oh, he just mad," let me tell you something. Are you kidding me? You know, when you come see what I have, and look, and I haven't asked none of her followers for some money. So, you know what I mean? So yeah. So I just want to say that, you know, it's I just hope they get it together, man, before it's too late, really, honestly.
And I said it before, and I'm gonna say it again, Calvin. I do appreciate you. I have always had my platform set where people can come tell their stories. This is what I've done for years. I have built my platform, yes, on being controversial, yes, on spilling the tea, the mess, you know, being funny, comical, all those things.
Right.
That's who I am. That's how people know who the fuck I am. You know what I'm saying?
Your gift, man. Walking your gift.
And I don't feel sorry that, you know what I'm saying, I am who I am. I am motherfucking KingJivesShow. That's who the fuck I am. And I don't apologize for that, because I became this person because I saw something that was going on and I wanted to tell my side. Right. I was you. Well, I wasn't you.
I get it.
You know what I'm saying? Like I was in your shoes in a different aspect, in a different capacity.
Sure.
And I wanted to tell the people, like, this is not okay.
No.
Like, you cannot be in leadership or in ministry doing this to the Lord's people.
No.
And so I was ostracized for a long time for it. Now I don't give a damn, because I'm like, baby, broke, middle ways, rich, car, no car, Calvin. I remember I ain't have nothing. I was still doing what I do. At the end of the day, I was never bought.
Right.
No, couldn't nobody run no cash to me just to do this and not do this. Couldn't nobody do that to me. None of these motherfuckers want to be my friend because I don't care. I will cuss your ass the fuck out. When you wrong, you motherfucking wrong. Bitch, you out here doing fuck shit. I'm going to call you. I thought we was friends, bitch. Fuck you.
Right.
You are wrong.
No, I get it.
And so I've done this for years. And so, like, what you're saying right now, I promise you, I've been talking about this for years. And people don't understand that the church is not supposed to be fairy tales and all of this type of stuff like that. It's not. It was never intended to be like, oh, we're just in heaven and glory. No, but you're not supposed to treat people like shit.
No, you're not.
You're not supposed to sit out here and make millions of dollars off people. And now you are goddamn Tina Turner, Beyonce, Angela Bassett around this bitch. Oh, I got armor bears, bitch. Goddamn it, Jesus didn't have no goddamn armor bears. He had 12 niggas that was surrounded by him, and he still was touched.
No, I get it. No, you know, it's crazy too, because I want to say this real quick, is that when the guest you had on yesterday is is, and Jamila has to understand how when you do someone so wrong, she was her ride or die. Rashana was her ride or die. Yep. So I often, it was, and what was so crazy was she would tell, I had no idea until I started talking to her that she knew so much of my business because Jamila would call her up telling her shit about that she and I was going through. You know what I mean?
Why would you do that?
Yeah. It's so I just bring credence to that. It's like, I just hope she gets some help, man. I really do.
She's not.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. No,
she's not.
The money's too good. The money's too good.
But you know what? This is the thing. The higher you go up and you don't fix that shit, you're gonna fall real hard. It's gonna be. Look, I can only talk about the people that I know.
Right.
Juanita was at the height of her career. And for those of you all that are in the comments, thank y'all for being here. Thank y'all for staying on. I appreciate y'all. Make sure I hit that like button. I used to like her for a long time. This woman got so high, she got beside herself and started treating people like shit because she was that girl.
Right.
Juanita was that girl. Like she was at the high, like demanding $100,000 just to come up in there, $150,000 just to show up. Her rider was absolutely amazing. Like when you booked her, you knew you was booking motherfucking one done, bite.
Yeah, I get it.
But she got beside herself. And all what I'm seeing is a pattern with so many of these women and men that are doing the same fucking thing. Y'all get into church and y'all care nothing about God. What you're doing has nothing to do with God. It is all about you.
Yeah.
This motherfucker right here, she want to be a fucking diva.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, there's nothing wrong with looking good, but damn.
Right.
And it's like I told Rashana yesterday, I told her, I said, you're still growing. I said, you're still growing. You're going to have to change up how you do your platform.
Yeah.
Because you don't want your emotions to get caught up in this shit. Because I promise you, I've been there.
Mm-hmm.
You get emotional when folks are attacking you. Sure. You'll get motherfucking emotional when folks are calling you a lie. You'll get emotional because it's like, this is my truth. You're going to listen to me. You'll get emotional. And I said, baby girl, you're going to have to take your emotions out. Tell your goddamn story. Drop that shit. Move on. And the more you do it, the better you get with it. Boom. Here's the tea. Woo, woo, woo. Those who like it, don't like it. Who gives a fuck?
Right.
But that's how I've come so far. And honestly, I've been in a game where it's like people see you growing and they don't like it. So they try to destroy you. And that's where I've been. Absolutely. That's where I've been. It's like you try to grow, and then people sit out here trying to destroy your platform, trying to destroy your name, trying to do all kind of other crazy stuff like that. But when they see you still going,
right,
they know they can't do shit about it.
Yeah. But that's my testimony too. It's like, being able to, really when you out there in the public's eye, and there's a responsibility that you have, whether you want to or not, and people are looking at you a certain way. And so, for me is that it took me about a year after the whole separation or the whole divorce. I didn't say anything, and people were asking, how come I'm not saying nothing? And they were like, she must be telling the truth because he ain't saying nothing. But I had to wait till I could come from a place and a space where I could tell my truth. And not saying I was completely healed, but be able to tell my truth without it looking like, I'm an angry dude. You know what I'm saying? And so so people are gonna talk. It is what it is. I think, like I said, God is exposing right now. So she's just in a season where people are tired of hearing it. And of course, you got those who gonna follow her and down the rabbit hole or off the cliff, whatever. this is just a warning. We're just telling them, hey, open up your eyes, and I hope you can, kind of sift through the bullshit.
Yeah. Well, Calvin, listen, I'm gonna call you after this.
Okay.
But I want to say thank you so much for telling. I mean, do you have anything else that you want to leave with the people?
I don't. Only thing I want to leave with is go buy my book.
Well, okay. Do you have one of your books with you?
I don't have one with me, to my shame. But however, you can go to Amazon, Barnes and Nobles, Books A Million, Walmart. I think I'm on like 5 different platforms and sites. So just type in the other side of the story, Life with an Angry Black Woman, and you'll see it.
By Calvin Mitchell Sr.
Yeah, Calvin W. Mitchell Sr.
Okay, Calvin, I want to say thank you again for coming on tonight. I know we had technical difficulties earlier. Thank you for telling your story. His full name is Calvin W. Mitchell Sr. I'm gonna say it one more time for the folks back there in the back. Calvin W. Mitchell Sr. Y'all got that down in the comments? Y'all good? Okay. So Calvin, I appreciate you even taking.
Brother, I appreciate you. Hey, let's work. Let's do some work together.
Listen, I'm all game for it. I'm all game for it.
All right.
I'll talk to you later, man.
We'll talk soon.
Listen. I appreciate Calvin being on. I know y'all was waiting for y'all to know who I had on, but I appreciate y'all for coming on. I appreciate y'all for staying, and I appreciate all the comments and stuff over here. But I'm gonna tell y'all something. I really do mean this, because we've been on for 2 hours. If you don't like what's being said, I was always taught to listen. Hear me. I was always taught to listen. Sometimes when things are going on and stuff like that, sometimes you need to take the perspective and step back and look at the whole matter first before y'all get to talk. Oh, that's my pastor. That's my da 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 da. Now listen. When I got out of church, and I started looking at things, I started realizing how fucked up in the head I was. Oh yeah, there's so much. Y'all have to go get the book. There is so much more that he hasn't said. So y'all go buy his book. But I really mean that. I really mean that. Like, nobody is bitter, but just this is our story. It's so many of us, like Michelle or Rashana. It's so many of us that have been abused and everything in these churches and these so-called church cults and all of this stuff. Y'all run behind these people like they're God, and they don't follow Jesus. They don't follow God. They don't follow the Bible. They don't follow none of this stuff. And it's like, when people are trying to tell you what's going on, sometimes we have to slow down, right? Sometimes we have to slow down to say what we need to say so that you can hear us very clear. Okay, I've been on this platform and on this KingJivesShow thing. My name is DeMario, by the way. I've been on this thing for a long time, and I've been helping people. You know, baby, I ain't got to read off my track record. It just is what it is. But I don't take nothing for granted. I appreciate being able to tell other people's story, and for being attacked and all this stuff, for telling their story, helping people and all those things like that. I don't take nothing for granted. I don't take nothing for granted for helping people. So the only thing that I just ask is the people, just support the platform, right? Support the platform. I remember when I was helping them young men that was at Solid Rock with DL Dupree. I remember when I had that story, and that story went viral. I remember when I was doing the story with my sister Miko Dooley, and her abuse and foolishness that she went through with Juanita to Bynum. That story went viral. I remember when I was dealing with the situation with Tammy Reed. Like, the stories go on and on and on. And it's like, this is at the hands, right? This is at the hands of the people that's supposed to be godly. Like, what is it that you all don't understand? And then you get mad, talk about, oh, you use profanity, but your pastor out here fucking boys. and little girls. Oh, Mario, you gay. Oh, you using profanity. But your pastor out here hopping and dropping dick off. Y'all make this stuff makes you. I can't make this up, y'all. I cannot make this up. So anyways, y'all, I love y'all. I appreciate you all. Thank y'all so much. Listen, please don't look for me tomorrow because we will not be having the king. So I love y'all. I really do. I love y'all. I appreciate you all. Thank you all again for being on. It is my heart's desire and my heart's prayer that I continue doing what I do with your love and your support. We are going to get ready to get out of here. If you have enjoyed the show, please put some hearts in the comments. Again, if you all have enjoyed the show, please put some hearts in the comments. Please put some hearts in the comments. If you have enjoyed the show, baby, the Cash App, Venmo, Zelle, PayPal is all right there. I'm gonna say it again. If you have enjoyed the show, put some crowns and some hearts in the comments. Y'all, we getting ready to get out of here. Again, I love y'all. Each and every last one of y'all. Yeah, we almost at 100,000 subscribers. We're almost there. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. And guess what? The show is done. I'm not out of time, but I am out of word. Peace out, y'all. Love y'all. Bye.